Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Nikki. I am a homeschooling mom to a only child in the 2nd grade. And today I want to talk to you about my science curriculum pick for the next upcoming school year for 3rd grade. And the 2023-2024 school year. And I'm really excited because this video is in collaboration with one of my really good friends, Ashlee, over at Gathered and Grounded. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on about this lady, but she is amazing. She's not only a wonderful friend, but she puts out really great content for you, and I hope you go and check her out. And she's going to be showing her science pick for this year, which, spoiler alert, we're doing kind of the same thing. Same company, at least. So if that is something that interests you, please keep watching. Please go check out her channel. I will have it linked in the description box down below. And go run over there and tell her I said hello. All right, let's just jump into it. I have a lot to talk about. All right, so if you are anything like me and Ashlee, my YouTube bestie, you have a friend who you're constantly going back and forth with curriculum ideas, who's a homeschool mom, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're stressing and you're spending hours of researching curriculum and talking about it, and finally you just have to come to the point where like you have to pick something, right? Well, that is me and Ashlee to a T. We are constantly talking. We talk every day. We talk curriculum. We talk everything, homeschool, mom life, whatever. And finally she's like, well, have you checked out like Apologia? And I was like, you know, I've heard about it, but like I hadn't really checked it out. So my daughter she shows an interest and learns well when it's animal-based things. So those are the books that she likes to read. She likes to pick out animal fact books and just like learn information. She likes to watch television shows that have Wildcrats, for instance, is one of them, where it teaches her about animals and everything nature-based. So I thought, you know, we haven't really formally done any type of science for the last 3 years. And I've failed in that area because I've just not found anything that I'm just like, oh, this is it, you know? And it took me a lot to even agree to go forward with Apologia. But the more I researched, the more I dug deeper, I do feel like it's going to be a great fit. And I'm going to tell you all about Apologia. So because she's very interested in animals, we are going to be starting with Apologia's Zoology 3, which is, Land Animals of the 6th Day. So before I get into this, I will be doing a quick flip through. I'm not going to flip through the entire curriculum, but I want to show you at least bits and pieces of it at the end of this video. And I will try to timestamp, but I can't promise that I will get a chance to do that. But I will be doing a flip through if you hang on and wait for that at the end. But right now I want to talk to you about the company and why I've decided to go with Apologia. So this is a family owned company. They've been around for quite some time. They are the #1 publisher for homeschoolers, and they've earned over 100 top awards in the last 14 years. That's a really big deal. So for me, I was like, okay, like I can entertain this curriculum because it's been well thought out. It's been beautifully created. All the reviews on it are really pretty positive, and I had to get my hands on it physically for me to be able to tell whether I was going to love it or not. I was a little hesitant because this is a creation-based curriculum. So there is going to be a mention of God in this curriculum. So this is not secular. If you are a secular family, this is not. that. I will say that most of my curriculum is secular. So we are still a Christian family. I just don't always include a Christian viewpoint in all my subjects. Just personal preference and nothing more. So this for me was, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. So this company is a K through 12 curriculum company, and the way that it's written is in conversational text, directly written towards the student. So that is a win-win for me, because that means that she's going to be able to read this as well as me, or I'm not the one just sitting here reading the entire textbook to her, because it's important for her to be able to have some freedom in that choice. They also offer tons of hands-on and experiments, which was also a big key for me. I need the experiments. I need fun. If you've watched some of my last videos, I really need the fun factor, because I skimped out on that the last couple of years. So this looked fun. So that brought it up to one of my top choices. They do offer online classes for, I believe, middle school and high school level. For, I believe, science, math, and tons of different electives, history, and languages and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you on here what their website looks like, and some of the different drop-down features. They do have a parents tab. The parents tab is cool. They offer planners for parents. There's just so much on their website and so much information. So go ahead over there and check them out. I am also an affiliate with them. This is not a sponsored video. This is me just speaking about the company because this is what I bought. But if you do purchase through my link, I will earn a very small commission. Just saying, just putting that out there. Again, not sponsored. It helps their company, it helps kids develop their love of learning by topic. So as you can see, this is a full year of zoology, land animals. We are going to be learning about land animals for 28 weeks. So I know some of you may be like, oh my gosh, I might get bored of this real fast. And that could totally be a possibility. You might get bored of this really fast. And that might not be an option for your child. And honestly, we might get bored of this really fast. That is why I have a backup plan. If I seem to notice her getting, we have to do science, I have a unit study, earth science from Gather Round that I will be incorporating if this fails in any way, which I'm hoping that it won't, and I'm hoping the experiments and everything and the way this is laid out will just develop her love for it. Because their theory is that when you have single subject yearly curriculum, it tends to give the child that mastery approach, and it lets them dive into the animals that they really love and want to know more about. And the more they do that, the more they're going to develop their love of learning about certain topics, versus having something that just kind of briefly skips over certain topics and not allowing the child to dive deeper, which as a homeschooling family, we have the privilege to be able to pause and dive deeper in any curriculum, shall we need it. But I really needed that all-in-one piece for me. So let's just get into it. This comes with the textbook, and it comes with the journal, the student journal. So this journal is the junior version, but there is a older kids version journal as well. So this is going to be everything they're going to be doing. And it comes with the textbook. Now there is no teacher manual to this curriculum. That was a little off-putting to me, but I realized very quickly when I opened the textbook and saw how very conversationally it was written, I knew I didn't need it. I'm going to be hearing, reading, listening to this, and I should be able to help her without needing that guidance. So the other thing on the junior notebook is, I know it's a weird place for it because it's in the student's notebook, but they have notes from the author. They have the table of contents in the junior notebook, and then they also have your scope and sequence. So your scope and sequence, I don't even know if that's what they call it in here. I think they just call it a suggested schedule. So that's going to be in the student portion of the notebook, and it lists it out word for word because it is in conversational text. It's not like a chapter by chapter kind of feel. So I think it's, or like a stop here. It's not going to be as open and go as without this schedule. So this schedule sets you up for doing science 2 days a week. So on day 1, it says Introduction to Animals. Of day 6, read textbook pages 1 through 4 and narrate. And then it says begin working on the coloring pages about zoology in the junior notebook on 12 and 13 page, and then read more 4 through 6 and narrate. That's it for that day. So as you're reading, beginning their coloring in their notebook, or it could be done after if your child isn't one that could just like read and listen at the same time, or color and listen at the same time. So begin working on fascinating facts about zoology in the notebook, page 14, and then we're to narrate and read 6 through 11 pages in the textbook. So these are some of the notebook pages. And as I go through it, I mean, there's a lot in here about God, so like it will be difficult to just like cover up all of that. So you have to really choose wisely. So they do have copy work in here as well. This is manuscript and this side is handwriting or cursive, and I liked that about it, is it gave you both options. Then it has a vocabulary page in here as well, and then it has an explore more page, which is, you know, everything is optional. You don't have to do all of these things. They also have DVD and book suggestions listed down here, and there's a lot of suggestions. I mean, a lot. So even though this is set up for a 2-day a week schedule, you could totally do this for how often or as little as you want. Like you could totally skip that section, or you can take all the books and go to the library and just like read the books throughout the rest of the week. And then they have mini books. So they're in the back of this junior notebooking. They have a bunch of resources, and one of them is they create a mini book with facts from majority of, sorry, this is really awkward to hold up, majority of the lessons. So there's a ton of stuff in here. They have projects, they have the speculation sheet for the experiment that goes on to the lesson. So the other really great thing is they have experiments. Well, they also offer on Rainbow Resource, I'm not sure, I think you can get it on Christian Book as well, but they have this big insane box of everything you need for all the experiments. So this was a game changer for me because I'm not the one, if I don't have this stuff and I don't plan ahead, I'm not going to do the experiment, because then that means I have to run to the store and then I have to like read the directions, and it's a lot of work on my end that by the time we get to these other subjects, I'm just drained. But what's really cool, they have a whole sheet that comes with the kit, and this is from Nature's Workshop Plus. So this is an experiment set specifically for this. This is not by Apologia. This is another company that has put together these lab things. So I'm not going to show you the whole box, but I can hold some things up. It is very neatly organized into baggies. It specifies lesson 1, the items included in the lesson, and they even have some candy in here. They got some M&Ms for this lesson, and it has a bunch of coloring construction paper. They're even in the box. Well, lesson 1 was on top, so this is lesson 7. You know, there's a stopwatch in there, a wooden ruler, an owl pellet, a paper plate, a bamboo skewer, a white paper, tweezers, and gloves. All of that in the, you know, this is super easy. I go, okay, we're on lesson 7, we're doing the experiment today. Take it out of the box and we're done. You know, follow the lesson direction. Lesson 8. I mean, everything has, it's all set up. 14. This is, you know, it will also tell you what you need. So there's these items that are included, but then you need a baking pan, a bucket, newspaper, ice water, hot water, earthworms. So some things aren't going to be everything included, but for the majority of it, it is. So those are like household items. So again, like a whole box. It's a big box, and it actually came pretty damaged, so that's a little concerning, but everything seems to be intact. Now, I purchased mine, I think it's like $83 on, I think I got mine on Rainbow Resource. But anyway, very convenient for this science curriculum. Another really big benefit is everything in this book is put on an audio file. It is a separate purchase, but the audio file can be a game changer. It could be, I could have this book opened up and propped on the table at breakfast time, and I can go on my phone and pop open lesson 1, lesson 5, whatever lesson I want to do. Well, obviously I'd go in order, but and go, okay, we're going to listen to this, or she's going to listen to this while we're eating breakfast. And she can also have the book if she wants to look at the picture or relate it to the picture that's on the page. And that is a huge bonus. So they do have a audio MP3 file that you can purchase, or they do have the audiobook on CD. Or you can, like I said, download, I believe if you have an iPhone, there's it goes into your Apple Music or something. I don't know. You have to, you'd have to read about it online, but super convenient and a nice option to have. The other thing I was going to mention is that on their website, they do have a drop down, which I already inserted before, but I'll try to insert it specifically here. But there is a tab that you can select or filter by your child's learning ability. So whether they're kinesthetic or auditory, or, you know, there's different types of learning for your kid. So you can search the website that way, and I think that's great. So again, really awesome. I'm really excited to try out zoology. I'm gonna kind of flip through a little bit here for you to show you. So as you can see, it has the textbook, the notebook journal that goes with it, or the junior, and then audiobooks. And then it has the speculation sheet. Now, if you don't want to write in your book, you could easily make a photocopy. It has the introduction. It has the lesson and narration. It says older elementary students can read the entire book and do most of the experiments on their own. Younger students will enjoy an older sibling or parent reading it to them, and each lesson begins with reading of the text. Throughout the reading, the students will be asked to retell or narrate the information you just studied. It helps them assimilate the information in their mind. The act of verbalizing it in their own words propels them forward in their ability to effectively and clearly communicate what they know with others. So it says if you do science 2 or 3 days per week, you can read 4 to 6 pages a day to finish a lesson and begin the experiment. This will give you a 32 weeks for the entire book. And you can work, at your own pace. And then it explains the notebook. There is a website, where you can learn more about the animals in this course as well. And then it has an items needed, which is also super convenient. So it's very quality pages, very thick, glossy pages. And then it tells you everything you're going to learn in each lesson. And then it starts. So I love the way that it is laid out. The font is great to follow, and the pictures are really nice. It's just a nice touch. It does have biblical quotes and stuff in here about God and the sixth day of when he created the land animals. So as you can see, it is very much a lot of text on the page, but like it said, I would only be reading 1 through 4. Then she's going to fill something out, and then on what was it, let me just walk you through what a day would look like. Okay, so day 1, narrate 1 through 4. So this was page 1, so I would read this page, this page, this page, and end somewhere on 4, probably just to the bottom, or maybe cut it off right here at creation confirmation. Then they're going to be working on the coloring pages, and then I'm going to read 4 through 6. So 4, 5, and 6. Done for the week. That's it. Or I'm sorry, the day. The day. On the second day, then they're going to start the fascinating facts on page 14, which looks like this, if you could see that. Sorry, I wish I had more hands. So they're going to go back and they're going to list any fascinating facts that they just read about. They're going to write it down. And then we're going to narrate 6 through 8. So 6, 7, 8, and then 8 through 11. And then you're done. There is a map it portion and a what do you remember, which is really convenient and nice. The map it says that if you have a map throughout the rest of the book, you're going to have in each lesson an opportunity to place it on a world map, small images of the animals you study. So when I first read that, I was like, where do I get these images from? Well, they have them in the back of the book. So there are animals that you can cut out and put in the images in the back, or in the lesson. So I thought that was really cool, and what I thought would be even cooler is if I took a photocopy of this and printed it on some sticker paper, so that instead of copying and pasting, she could have it in a sticker in her notebooking book. It is recommended that all students have this notebook, so not to share between siblings or anything like that. So I'm really excited about it. I hope she's super excited about it. I think I covered everything but I'm hoping this will be a really great choice for us in our upcoming year. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like. If you're new here, please subscribe down below and leave me a comment, say hello. Let me know if you've done Apologia, what your plans are with Apologia. I will have their website linked down below, as well as my affiliate link like I mentioned earlier. And also, please go check out Ashlee over at Gather and Grounded, and you'll love just as much stuff on her channel as mine. And that is it, my friends. I will see you in my next video.